Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Michigan Nonprofit Association Orientation webinar. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the Engagement Director for Michigan Nonprofit Association, and I'm happy that you could join us today. A couple of quick housekeeping items. We will have you muted throughout the presentation today, but please feel free to use the chat box or the question function for any questions you might have. I will likely answer the questions at the end of the webinar, but feel free to put them in whenever you might think of them. We will also be recording the webinar today, so feel free, you don't have to take a lot of notes. You can always refer back to the recording, which will be sent out after the webinar is completed today. As you can see on our screen, we have some upcoming events, lots of different opportunities for you to take advantage of, including lots of online offerings, topics, everything from grant writing to lobbying and advocacy, diversity, inclusion, and equity, and even one on infographics. So definitely check out the upcoming events. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with today's webinar. The point of today's webinar is to give you an overview of your MNA member benefits and give you some idea of how to access them. We will go through things pretty quickly today. So again, the aspect is that we hope you understand what's available to you. Maybe you don't remember all the details, but you always know that you can reach out to us and ask for support, as well as have a connection point to some of the staff today, and just know how to utilize your membership and make the most out of all of your benefits. So thank you so much if you're on the line as a new member. We appreciate your support. If you're not yet a member, that's okay. You can hang out with us and get the information today as well and see what it is that's available to you through membership. If you happen to be a new business member, this webinar is going to be mostly targeted toward nonprofit members, so I'd be happy to have an offline conversation with you regarding more specific member benefits, but it'll be helpful to understand the information from either perspective. So Michigan Nonprofit Association was incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 1,000 member organizations statewide. We do that through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy work, all three of areas which you will learn more about today. Again, my name is Sarah. That's my picture on the right there. I'm the engagement director here at Michigan Nonprofit Association. That means I work to connect our members with their benefits through various special events, publications, and special projects that we have going on. My colleague Bill is also pictured there. He's our Strategic Growth Officer and another member of our stakeholder engagement team. Also, my colleague Joan Gustafson works on our public policy and advocacy work. MNA is very involved in this work at both the state and national level. You can see some of the issues that we focus on there: tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaborations. Again, I'll show you today where to find more information in this topic area on our website. But Joan is always happy to talk and connect with folks that might be interested in learning more about public policy and advocacy, or actually having an issue that they're interested in her expertise on. And now we'll go ahead and get into our the bulk of our program, which is going to be spent on the MNA website, because that is where you manage and access the majority of your member benefits. So hopefully the MNA website looks a little familiar to you. It is up on the screen now. I would encourage you, when you come to our website, to go ahead and click member login. Do that first thing when you come to the website. That will prevent you from being blocked by the member wall there and give you access to all of your benefits. So you can do that simply here on the member login page. If you're a new member, your primary and secondary contact are automatically set up with member logins. If you're not one of those people, I would definitely encourage you to check in with them in your organization. M&A's memberships do apply to your whole organization, so organizations choose to do that in a couple different ways. Some will have one password and share that among colleagues, and that's an okay way to do it. Others will set up profiles for various staff people that need to get access to the M&A website and therefore the M&A benefits. If you've forgotten your username or password, you can use the links down here at the bottom of the login page. All you need there is the email that's associated with the account, and it will send you send a password reset email to that account. Once you get logged in, again, you can have various permission levels with your account. So if you're a primary or secondary contact, you likely have administrative privileges, which allow you to do a few things. It allows you to manage the login profiles of other people on your account, so you can create new logins for folks. You can assign privileges to those people, as well as make renewal or membership payments. So again, if you're not the person with the log in your account, make sure you check with that person and spend a few minutes getting the right people on your account so that when the tasks come up of having to add or remove someone, that there's someone in your office that can do that. So once you log in, you're immediately taken to the member dashboard. This just gives you some quick links to some of the most used areas on our website. The one over here I want to point out is M&A member discount codes. If you've ever attended an M&A event in person or online, in order to get the discounted rate, you need a discount code, and those are all listed on this page, so that's an easy way to access them. Again, I mentioned you can edit your login profile from here, so if your password maybe isn't something that you remember easily, you can definitely input it there. Also, keep in mind that there's more on this membership details page if you want to update actual information about your organization. Okay, so once you log in, like I said, you should be set for logging in. And we today are going to spend most of our time on this membership tab under nonprofit resources. But having said that, I'm going to start from the right side of the website and work our way over. First, under who we are is the staff page. I want to point this out because I would encourage you, if you're going to reach out to M&A, to come to the staff page and reach out to somebody directly. As you can see, we've all listed our phone numbers and emails. If the person you reach out to can't help you, please know that they will get the request over to someone who can. So definitely remember that the staff page is there. The other page I want to mention is Get Connected. This is a great way to see all the ways that you can connect with M&A. We are on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We'd encourage you to follow us or link with us on any of those platforms. There are also several e-newsletters you can receive. The My Nonprofit News is our most general e-newsletter and comes out every other Friday morning. It includes lots of updates on happenings in the sectors, various events, and opportunities through M&A. So I would encourage you to sign up for this newsletter. If you're not getting it already, anyone can receive this e-newsletter, so definitely take a minute and sign up for that. Public policy and action alerts are sent out not on a regular schedule, but when we need people to take action. So again, I would encourage you, if you're interested in that type of work and staying up to date on what's going on in the sector, to sign up for the public policy and action alert. We will talk about the Job Center in a minute and also Michigan Campus Compact, but you can find those under the Get Connected tab under who we are. So one of the ways M&A serves the nonprofit sector is through technology services. Our team with M&A Tech does a great job of this. They're very personable. If you're the accidental techie in your office and you maybe don't want to be, or there's a need for something for your organization, consider reaching out to MNA Tech. They do a great job. They work on things like technology planning and managing servers and all those tech-related items. So definitely consider MNA Tech for all your technology needs. We also serve the sector through civic engagement. There's a few different ways that we do this. One of our big initiatives that you'll be hearing a lot about in the next 3 years is Census 2020. It's imperative that Michigan gets a complete count in the next census. The count of Michigan citizens affects us from a funding standpoint. It affects us from a representation standpoint. And generally, there's some hard-to-count populations which are well served by nonprofits. So that's why Michigan Nonprofit Association is involved in this work, and we will be working with and mobilizing a lot of community nonprofits to help us get everyone counted in 2020. So stay tuned for more information about the Census 2020. Just know that it's a big campaign, and we'll be looking for lots of involvement from various organizations in regards to getting an accurate and fair count in 2020. We also have a few different programs. I mentioned Michigan Campus Compact. This is a program that helps college campuses embed civic engagement work with their classes and students, and adds to MNA's civic engagement work. We also have some programs that allow people to serve throughout their lifetime. We do this with youth. We also have a robust national service program with over 30 VISTAs, Volunteers in Service to America, throughout the state, serving at various community organizations. So lots of ways that MNA is focused in civic engagement, and you can check out more information on this page of the website. So under research and publications, there are lots of different great resources here for you. The first tab is the Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity Assessment. This is something that we launched last year. If your organization is interested in moving forward in any of these areas, this is a great place to start. It is an assessment that will help your organization gauge from your staff and board's purview how you're doing in these various areas. So I'd be happy to tell you more about that if you're interested. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at that brief overview. There's also, we have an economic benefits study of Michigan's nonprofit sector. This I could do a whole other webinar on. It is very interesting information. It's facts like that Michigan's nonprofit sector is about 11% of the workforce, and really some interesting statistics that are helpful if you're meeting with elected officials and trying to show the impact of the nonprofit sector. So definitely take a look at that. Also within that link, there are interactive tables that allow you to distill the data down into as small as down to county level. So really interesting stuff, and they make these really cool charts and graphs, and it's a totally free tool available there to manipulate and view that data in lots of different ways. So the first publication on the top of the page is the Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is one of my favorite publications to talk about because it's an incredibly useful tool. It is a manual, like it sounds like. It's about 600 pages long. So it's not a book that you read cover to cover. However, I find that it has a really great table of contents and index that can help you find questions to really common nonprofit management questions. As you can see, there's about 12 different sections, everything from reporting to budgets, fund development, human resources, etc. It is the very first thing I take off my shelf when someone calls me with a question. So as I mentioned, I'm quite partial to this tool, but I think it's useful for any nonprofit manager, but especially if you're new to the nonprofit sector or new to an administrative or executive role. So definitely consider the management manual. Members receive it for the price of $75 and non-members for $95. Right below that is our 17-18 Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefits Report. This is a tool that we produce every 2 years. It starts with a survey, and that survey, we ask nonprofits to tell us what they compensate their people, what type of positions they have, even down to what kind of benefits those people receive, how many vacation days, etc. What is produced in this current version of the report, we have about 74 different positions, and each position is broken down by the type of organization, so subsector, the size of the organization, as well as the position, title, and geographic location. So how can you use this? That means if you are an arts organization in the Southeast Michigan area and you want to hire a development director, you can see from this report what other nonprofits that kind of fit those parameters are paying and offering their staff. It really allows you to create competitive compensation and benefit packages. I know that our savvy nonprofit folks in the sector have used this in a lot of different ways. I've also had people tell me that when it comes to tax time, which we're approaching on soon, and 990 time, there is a schedule in the 990 form that you have to justify your top executives' salaries, and this can be a really great tool for that. Again, if that's in your purview, you might have some idea of what I'm talking about. If not, don't worry about it, but definitely worth taking a look at the 17-18 compensation and benefits report. Right below that is an introduction to working in Michigan's nonprofit sector. This is a very simple resource if you have anyone that's interested in maybe learning more or working in the sector. This is a great place to start. It includes some real-life examples and information from people who actually work in the sector about what it's like. We also have a few different free publications. We just finished this nonprofit leadership guide. This is specifically for Southeast Michigan. However, if you are looking for other ways to build your nonprofit career or your leadership skills in general, or you're looking to provide that to your staff, definitely check out the Nonprofit Leadership Guide. It gives an overview of all the programs that are available in the Southeast Michigan area. As you can see, there's other abstracts and white papers there. The MNA Links magazine comes out every quarter. You should receive this in your mailbox. It's actually a magazine. And so we will have 3 publications of that each year, and then our 4th one is the annual report. Below that is Principles and Practices for Nonprofit Excellence. This is a great tool, and it can be downloaded for free here. We are in the process of updating this tool, but it will give you, under each one of those 12 principles, lots of different practices that your organization should be doing, and is a really great place to kind of evaluate how your organization is doing in a lot of different of these areas and get some suggestions on how to make improvements. And Nonprofit Advocacy, a Michigan primer. If you're interested in advocacy, nonprofits can lobby, they can advocate. There are some rules around it. This publication is a great place to start. It's really Advocacy 101 for nonprofits, and it will explain all those rules, and is really written in an easy way that's in a way that's easy to understand. And you can download that one for free. So check out a lot of our great publications, and you will find more useful information in all of them, I believe. So again, as I mentioned, we're involved in public policy and advocacy. There's lots of information on this section of our webpage. I do want to point out that Michigan Nonprofit Association, we host a nonprofit caucus. This is bipartisan and bicameral, meaning there are both Republicans and Democrats representatives from both the House and Senate. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check that out. Also scroll down, here's where the 2017-18 legislative agenda is, and you can see more detail about what it is we're focusing on. The other thing I'll point out on this menu is the Southeast Michigan Public Policy. If you're an organization in the Southeast Michigan area, you are able to attend the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council, which specifically focuses on public policy and advocacy issues in that area of the state. So check that out, and there's more information on that page if you are interested. All right, under membership, I mentioned the Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our most well-used resources. There's a few different ways you can interact with the Job Center. One is anytime you're looking and curious what jobs are posted here, you can come to the website and look at the current job postings. You can sort those by the type of job as well as the geography, and narrow down your search that way. The other way you can do it is you can sign up for the e-newsletter. E-newsletter is sent every Friday morning and includes the new positions that have been posted. I would say at any given time we have about 50 to 75 positions posted, so it's a great resource and opportunity for you. It's also a great resource as a nonprofit leader. If you're looking to hire someone, I strongly encourage you to use our Job Center to post your opportunity. Members receive that privilege at a discounted rate. You can get a 30-day posting with logo for only $75. Non-members pay $165. So it's a great place to post your jobs. We get over 18,000 hits on this website each month, and really have people end up finding great candidates through the Nonprofit Job Center. So under that is nonprofit resources. Nonprofit resources is where you're going to come to access most of your benefits. This chart here, if you see that, you know you're in the right spot. So we already talked about the compensation and benefits report that's listed at the top of this chart. And the next section is fundraising and finance support. One of your biggest member benefits is free access to GrantStation. GrantStation is an online grants database that can help you search for and find new grant opportunities. In order to get free access to this, you have to come through the MNA website and be logged in. You can find GrantStation online, you can Google it and it'll come up, but you won't get free access to their site. You'll know you're in the right place when you see Welcome Michigan Nonprofit Association up at the top. That means you're logged in. There are a lot of resources on their page, including information on how to write proposals, a little bit more information on grants in general, and information on how to use their site. I'm going to demonstrate really quickly today one of probably the way you'll use this site the most, which is to search their grants database. So I went under Find Grant Makers. There's several databases, as you can see at the top here. I just chose U.S. Charitable. That seems to be the most general database. As you can see on the right side, there are ways you can narrow down your search. And I'm going to begin to do that. And I warn you in advance, it looks a little weird on this webinar program because the site refreshes automatically. So you're going to see a lot of bouncing around, but I'll try to describe to you what I'm doing. So I chose Michigan. I want funders who fund in Michigan. I'm going to choose a subsector, so I'm going to go with Arts, Cultures, and Humanity. And then I'm going to scroll back down and look, I'm going to choose a type of support, and I'm just going to say I want general operating support. So again, I've picked 3 search criteria, and what I have here is I've gotten 62 results. Now, GrantStation will give you a lot of tips, and there's a lot of search criteria, so you can narrow that down as much as you'd like and to get down to a more manageable number than 62. I'm going to click on, so what you receive are these funder records. So I'm going to click on one of these. I'm going to go to this Anderson Foundation and see what I can find out. As you can see, they publish what type of focus areas they fund in, the types of support. Over here on the right, there's more contact information, how much they give annually, an average grant amount, et cetera, et cetera. So as you can see, this is a very in-depth look at a foundation and can really give you some great guidance. So again, GrantStation is one of your biggest member benefits. If you're not using it, I would certainly encourage you to. But remember to make sure to log in through the MNA website and go to GrantStation. GrantStation also offers pretty frequent tours of their website. They give you a little bit more information on how to search and search really well in their databases. So check out our events calendar from the front page of our website to see when the next one is. I believe there is one later in February. Another opportunity for you is a discount to the Foundation Center online. This is another online grants directory. So if you're looking to subscribe to the Foundation Center, definitely get our discount of 15%. Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits. This is a series of web videos about finance. If you're looking to onboard new board members or maybe even new staff and you want them to have a basic knowledge of nonprofit finance, this is a really good series to introduce them to. And it was developed by one of our partners out in Washington State, the state association out there. And it's actually pretty interesting because they are done by a CPA and an improv actor. So they're pretty interesting. If you're looking for credit card processing discounts, look at Card Connect. They offer our members great discounts on that. As I mentioned, MNA runs lots of discounted or free events. If you click on this, it's going to take you to the events calendar. Any of the calendar events that you see with this little orange icon of a person there, these are events that have a special member rate. As I mentioned, free tour of the GrantStation website on the 27th, so you can sign up for that. You can always access this calendar as well from the front page of the website. We do have a recorded webinar archive. Some of these webinars are available there for free. Some are a small fee to view. So definitely check out the good learning opportunities in the webinar archive, where a webinar from today, like this one that we're recording, will be posted. I already mentioned about the diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment, so I'm not going to spend much time on that. We also partner with an organization called MindEdge. MindEdge offers online learning courses, and MNA members receive a 10% discount. You can see they have a certificate in nonprofit management, which is quite expensive, but they have a lot of other courses that are just on one topic area, and they're very affordable, anywhere from $79 to I think $159. Things like how to read a financial statement, introduction to grant writing, nonprofit management, etc. So MindEdge is a great opportunity. Again, remember, these benefits are available for your whole staff. So if you're looking to offer, easy and affordable and really good quality professional development opportunity for your staff, maybe MindEdge is the ticket there. I do see that we're getting close to our time. I am going to take about 5 to 7 minutes more. I will try to wrap up as soon as possible. If you're able to stay on, great. I appreciate your patience. And if not, I will be sending the recording out so you can listen to the last few minutes of this webinar. So we also have a document library. You can check out the nonprofit document templates that we have, things, communications. We have a whole volunteer management series, fundraising, governance, etc. Again, if you're looking for discounts to higher education, we partner with All Campus. That might be a great opportunity to make sure that your staff knows about and can take advantage of. Principles and Practices for Good Governance. This is a partnership or a document that was done in partnership with Independent Sector, which is a national organization. Another great tool to kind of know what your organization needs or should have to be the most effective. It is available for free download. I do believe you have to put in your email address in order to get the download. We already talked about the manual and the links magazine, so I'm going to scroll down. As you can see from the next row in our chart, we partner with some of the largest in-state institutions. One being University of Michigan Dearborn. They offer 20% off of tuition and fees for members of Michigan Nonprofit Association organizations, and they can be used in their undergraduate or graduate programs. Oakland University offers a 25% discount on the nonprofit management certificate program that they have. And Michigan State is offering a unique scholarship to their executive MBA program. MNA members are able to have the application fee for the EMBA program waived, and then are eligible to apply for a scholarship, which is essentially 50% of the tuition and costs for the executive MBA program. If you are interested in learning more or educating your staff on computers, New Horizons is a new partner of ours, and members can receive 10 to 20% off of technology and skill training courses. Scrolling down, managing HR. Again, we've talked through Nonprofit Job Center, Compensation and Benefits Report. Constellation HR is a unique program that we partner with. If you are responsible for managing a lot of staff and evaluating the staff, Constellation HR can be a great tool for you. It's a compensation and performance management system, and we've started using it here internally at MNA, and it really provides a lot of capability and some great tools. They also did some really educational webinars for us, as you can see down here at the bottom. So I'd encourage you to take a look at those webinars if staff management and compensation is something that's integral to your position. Verified Volunteers is a service that we partner with to provide discounted background checks. They provide a 20% discount to our members, and one of the most unique things about their program is that they offer sharing of background checks. So if a volunteer volunteers for a local school district and also maybe the Girl Scouts, they can share that background check among those community organizations and ultimately have a little bit more control over that themselves, as well as save the organizations both time and money. So Verified Volunteers, definitely worth checking out if your organization does a lot of background checks. Directors and Officers Liability Insurance, if you're interested in that, we do partner with Lyman and Sheets. Again, I mentioned the technology services. Another benefit that we have in the area of technology is Nonprofit Technology Network, or NTEN for short. They offer a discounted membership, and which will include a money off their registration for their annual conference, educational webinars, and a discount on nonprofit tech jobs and job postings. Again, this is one of those resources. If you happen to end up as the accidental techie in your office, this can be a great resource for that. So definitely check out the NTEN network. Another great way to utilize your benefits is to make connections with others. Our business marketplace, you can access it here. You can also access it from this top menu. This is our directory of MNA business members. These are businesses that specifically serve nonprofits or have a focus on doing that. And you can search for them here. They do pay to be a part of MNA. So we encourage nonprofits to still do appropriate vetting with these organizations, but as you can see, you can search by category and region. What you'll see down below is their organizational record. You get a few different bits of information, including mission and specialties, and as well as contact information. Most also list some prior clients, so if you are in that vetting process, feel free to reach out to their prior clients to really do your due diligence there. If you are a business member, you can update and edit that information via your login profile. So I would encourage you to do that. There is also a nonprofit member directory, which if you're a nonprofit member, you are listed in there as well. And I would encourage you to look at your listing and make sure it's showing what you'd like to see. Again, you can search this by county and organization type. You might use this if you were looking to connect with others, maybe doing the same type of work that you are, or maybe you want to look for other people within the county to just connect with some of your nonprofit peers through. So definitely make sure to check this out. This is only available to members, so only members that come to our website are able to access the directory. Another great service that we offer for nonprofits is Rfp Distribution. If you are looking for a new service provider or something special and you are posting an RFP for it, take a few minutes and send it to us via this online form, and we will take that RFP and send it to all of our business members who fit the topic area that you're looking for and the geography that you're in. So again, that just makes it a little bit simpler on you. If you're looking for a new CPA or someone to do your 990 form, we can send that to the contacts in our address book, and you don't have to spend the time looking up, the 10 different firms in your area and getting addresses and contact information, etc. So just keep that in mind as you move through the RFP process. We have a great list of our trusted partners and resources, both in the state and nationally. So if you're looking for more information, definitely check out that listing. If you are looking to reach more nonprofits, we have some great advertising and sponsorship opportunities available to you, and you can find some more information there. Another new benefit that we're offering is Nonstop Wellness. This is a benefit that's specifically available to nonprofits with more than 50 employees, but it's a pretty unique take on self-fund employee health care. We'll be doing some more education and webinars on this benefit coming up here in the next couple months, so definitely stay tuned for that. But you are able to click there and learn a little bit more about Nonstop Wellness. The last thing that I'm going to highlight is our partnership with what we call capacity building centers. These are local organizations that do capacity building for nonprofits. They are great partners of us, and they allow us to do much more with the work that we do. And really, if you don't know a capacity building center in your area or local community, definitely check out this reference. There are about 11 in the state right now and have pretty good coverage from where they are or regionally where they work. So I would definitely encourage you to check this out. This might be if you're looking for someone to take your board through the next strategic planning process or consult with you on doing a fundraising plan. The capacity building centers are a great tool and resource for that. So thank you for sticking with me. I know that was fast information. I hope that you have a better sense of what your member benefits are and how to access them. Again, don't forget that you can always reach out to us. I'd encourage you to use the staff page to do that, but we're happy to help connect you with the member benefits and resources that are available to you. Thank you so much. That is the end of our webinar today. I will take any questions, and I'm going to check that out now. So if you've asked a question and you're able to stay on, I will do that right now.